Something that I've changed my mind about recently is this idea that you can have too many leaders where it'll saturate. If everybody's a leader, nobody's a follower. And I'm reading this book about this naval officer named David Marquet, and he turned the lowest ranking ship into the highest performing ship in the Navy. And his approach was to flip the stereotypical leadership pyramid structure that you see in most military organizations on its head. And the way he did that was pretty interesting. His whole idea, though, was as long as every decision has to go through him as the brains of the operation, the entire crew is limited by his own brain capacity. And he knew that the experts that were closest to the problems needed to be the ones doing the thinking. So, one mechanism that he used as far as communication and delegation of the culture was whenever anybody was to report to him, instead of waiting for orders and waiting for him to tell them what to do, he expected his crew to be proactive and tell them, I intend to XYZ because, tell why, because, and I will do so and how they're going to do it. This really gave him all the information up front of what he needed to know. They were the experts of the problem. They probably know more about nuclear submarines and nuclear fission reactors, whatever it might be, than he did as a captain, because they're specifically trained on it. So they'd be telling him, I'm going to do this because of this. His main job was to continually reinforce the purpose of the crew, the purpose of the ship, the purpose of the U.S. Navy as a whole. It was their job then, and the chiefs, to figure out how to own this problem specifically that landed in their realm. And by doing so, he was able to delegate the resources needed, things like that. So all he had to do at that point was to approve it, veto it, or ask for more information. The brains went from him at the top of the organization to the actual experts that were closest to the problem, who can actually do something about it immediately versus wait from somebody that's 2 or 3 degrees separated from the issue. So really interesting read, would highly recommend it.